Yeah. Midnight moves, heavy lungs breathing cold air. Steel nerves, city lights. Only the strong walk out of here. Let's go. Got the crown on my head and the weight on my back. 10 toes down, I ain't never off track. From the shadows to the shine, yeah, I answer that call. They can shoot, they can scheme, but the crown don't fall. Got the crown on my head and the weight on my back. 10 toes down, I ain't never off track. From the shadows to the shine, yeah, I answer that call. They can shoot, they can scheme, but the crown don't fall. Came up from nothing, had holes in my shoes. Now I walk on marble floors, breaking every rule from the block to the charts. That's the root of a beast. Turn hunger into hustle, not my name in the streets. Used to pray on the steps while the shots rang out. Now it's boss when I walk, they don't open their mouth. Kept my word like my steel, both cold and tight. Did time in the dark, now I live in the light. Enemies close, snakes in the air, but I dance with danger, I ain't never scared. Gold chain swing like a judge on the stand. Every line I spit like a gun in my hand. Raised on war, made by fire. Soul full of scars, but a heart full of wire. Ain't no luck, just blood in the grind. I was built from the dirt, now I'm one of a kind. Crown on my head and the weight on my back. 10 toes down, I ain't never off track. From the shadows to the shine, yeah, I answer that call. They can shoot, they can scheme, but the crown don't fall. Got the crown on my head and the weight on my back. 10 toes down, I ain't never off track. From the shadows to the shine, yeah, I answer that call. They can shoot, they can scheme, but the crown don't fall. Mama cried, cops knocked, said my cousin got popped. Whole block froze, that's the moment I locked. I ain't playing with fate, I'm the one that it picked. Life a chessboard and I move too slick. Used to push for a plate, now I push a few bricks. But I'm smart with the moves, so I never get hit. Clean money, dark past, still got the code. Still show respect when I ride through the road. No cap, no gimmicks, just truth and bars. If I said it in the booth, then it's written in scars. I ain't never bowed down, I was raised to fight. If you test what I built, better pray tonight. Now it shows in the south, tours in the east. Got shooters in the west and the north on peace. Built an empire off a vision I saw. Now I write every verse like it's federal law. Still humble in the soul, still grimy in style. Still got the heat tucked with a confident smile. I ain't just a rapper, I'm a legend in flesh. And I ain't slowing down till I run. Got a crown on my head and the weight on my back. 10 toes down, I ain't never off track. From the shadows to the shine, yeah, I answer that call. They can shoot, they can scheme, but the crown don't fall. Got the crown on my head and the weight on my back. 10 toes down, I ain't never off track. From the shadows to cold blocks, warm blood, no love, no trust. Everything I got came from pressure and dust. Watch the world from the roof with a piece in my lap. Ain't no fairy tale here, just a real in a rap. This that Glock talk, back alley hopscotch. Corner full of ghosts, every step gotta watch. Raised in the dark, made of fire and flood. Where the hearts beat slow, cold blocks, warm blood. This that Glock talk, back alley hopscotch. Corner full of ghosts, every step gotta watch. Raised in the dark, made of fire and flood. Where the hearts beat slow, cold blocks, warm blood. I came from the pain, now I paint with the scars. Wrote my name in the rain, now it's inked in the stars. Used to push dimes with a hoodie full of grams. Now it's Paddock on my wrist with $1 billion in plans. Never begged for a crumb, I just took what I earned. Flip loss in the legacy and crashing the turns. I ain't got a fake tough, I was bred in the war where the wolves play chess and the rats keep score.
Look, we don't talk, we just move like a phantom in black. And if you blink at the wrong time, you might never blink back. Keep a Bible by the bed and a 40 in the drawer, cause the preacher might lie, but the metal keep law. My circle tight like the muzzle on the piece. All killers, all silent, all loyalty, no leash. Used to dream about the game, now I'm deep in the code. Every handshake soft, but the grip stay cold.
Cold streets, colder souls. I seen brothers turn to foes over minor goals. No mercy here, no peace to send. Even heaven got a gate, even trust got an end. Caught my first case on a Tuesday night. Did the dash, no mask, under street light. OGs taught math, not school type lessons. It's divide, stack, multiply, and keep guessing. My pops did fed time, uncle ain't come back. I ain't scared of a cell, just afraid to go back. So I move like a ghost, speak less, learn more. Still hear whispers from the wars I swore. This that Glock talk, back alley hopscotch. Corner full of ghosts, every step gotta watch. Raised in the dark, made of fire and flood. Where the hearts beat slow, cold blocks, warm blood. Now it's Cuban links and executive rooms. Board meetings look like courts with invisible goons. Got a lawyer on call, got a driver at night. Still I never sleep deep, that's a hustler's plight. My mama pray hard, say I changed in my face. I just grew from the dirt, now I'm laced in grace. But I never forget, every scar's a map. From the alley to the stars, never once looked back. Cold blocks built me, warm blood kept me human. Every loss had purpose, every move execution. If you still breathing, you still in the game. Just don't fold. blood kept me human. Every loss had purpose, every move execution. If you still breathing, you still in the game. Just don't fold.
Not everybody talking really built like that. Some of us built from silence. Let me tell you what that
Built
means.
from silence, raised on the edge. Made my peace with the steel and the pledge. Never had a mental, just a code and a drum. If you live how we live, better know where you're from. Built from silence, raised on the edge. Made my peace with the steel and the pledge. Never had a mental, just a code and a drum. If you live how we live, better know where you're from. I was born where the sirens sing lullabies, where the dreams fold fast and the hope always dies. Mama said pray, I was praying with the chrome. Only time I found peace was the streets I called home. I ain't asked for the throne, I just bled for respect. Had my name in their mouths, now it's inked on the check. I ain't loud, I just listen, I move like a ghost. I've seen killers lose focus and become their own ghost. Chessboard in my mind, every step's a decision. I don't rap just to flex, I be preaching precision. Put a brick on the scale, put a plan in my head. Took a L on the way, but I never saw red. Now I fly with the snakes and dine with the sharks. Learn to smile with my teeth while I'm reading their hearts. If the block taught anything, it taught me this: every man's either a target or the hand with the grip. Built from silence, raised on the edge. Made my peace with the steel and the pledge. Never had a mental, just a code and the drum. If you live how we live, better know where you from. Built from silence, raised on the edge. Made my peace with the steel and the pledge. Never had a mental, just a code and the drum. If you live how we live, better know where you from. See, the streets don't love you, they just rent your name. You get praised when you gone, you get judged when you change. I still walk with a limp, not from pain but pride. Every scar on my skin say I never just survived. My brothers in the pen got phones full of pain, still dreaming of a Benz, still shackled in chains. I told my youngin' don't follow, build your own fate, cause some kings die early just for standing too straight. Now I'm up in the loft, view wide like my reach. Used to cook in the trap, now I'm cooking with speech. Still got the peace in the stash just in case they forget that the calmest ones breathe while they closing the net. I ain't here for applause, I ain't chasing the fame. I'm just speaking for the quiet who done bled for the game. So when I'm gone, just remember the weight I held. Every bar's a blueprint, every rhyme rebel yell.
We ain't built for the flash, we built for the pressure. Talk loud if you want, but the real ones move better. We ain't built for the flash, we built for the pressure. Talk loud if you want, but the real ones move better.
Yeah. There's rules to this life, and most break them. Some talk war, I make it. Let's get it. Trust no seat, keep a blade by the bed and a grip in the Jeep. Whole team silent, move like smoke, we don't brag, we just pull up, no joke. Throne ain't safe, I don't trust no seat, keep a blade by the bed and a grip in the Jeep. Whole team silent, move like smoke, we don't brag, we just pull up, no joke. I don't trust no seat, keep a blade by the bed and a grip in the Jeep. Whole team silent, move like smoke, we don't brag, we just pull up, no joke. I came up where the prayers don't echo long, where the fiends got dreams but the hunger too strong. I was sleeping with roaches, now I'm sleeping on leather. Turn the storms to stripes, every scar a new level. Used to bag up in the dark with a Glock on my lap. Now it's flights to Dubai just to map out a trap. Still got eyes on my six, mind on the plan. Trust ain't nothing but a shake of the hand. I don't talk codes,
I write them in stone. Put the hustle in my blood, every breath a new zone. Never begged for a lane, I just took what was mine. If you ask about the past, I just answer with time. Snakes hiss quiet, but I hear them real clear. Got the scope on the roof, bring the ops right here. No fear, just fate and 100-round drum. I've been cold since my cousin caught one in the lung. You either predator or prey, a boss or a name they forgot yesterday. Don't ask who I trust, I sleep near the safe. Even angels move shady when the throne ain't safe. Throne ain't safe, I don't trust no seat. Keep a blade by the bed and a grip in a Jeep. Whole team silent, move like smoke, we don't brag, we just pull up, no joke. Throne ain't safe, I don't trust no seat. Keep a blade by the bed and a grip in a Jeep. Whole team silent, move like smoke, we don't brag, we just pull up, no joke. They tried to lie me back in 09, but I doubled the weight and tripled the grind. Lost friends to the street, lost fam to the feds. Now I toast with the wolves, break bread with the dread. No regrets, just lessons I carved in stone. Now I sign $1 million deals from a phone, but I never got soft. Still move like it's war, still count every shell in the tray by the door. Now the whip's all black, the suit's all Taylor, from a cell in the Bronx to a beach house in Vail, bruh. Put a bounty on fear, buried out in the grave. What they call savage, I just call brave. I don't dance in the club, I just scope and sip. Keep the game in my palm, whole coast equipped. This that mind of a king with the rage of a slave. Every step that I take's been a step out the cave. Throne ain't safe, I don't trust no seat. Keep a blade by the bed and a grip in a Jeep. Whole team silent, move like smoke, we don't brag, we just pull up, no joke. Throne ain't safe, I don't trust no seat. Keep a blade by the bed and a grip in a Jeep. Whole team silent, move like smoke, we don't brag, we just pull up, no joke. Watch who you crown, watch who you cross, cause even loyalty got a cost. And the throne, it never stays warm.
Yeah. You see, I ain't get here with luck. I got here with fire in my gut and steel in my hands. Let's go. I never needed help, I just needed a lane. Put pain in my palm, turned it all into flame. Got the work in the bag, got the blade on the shelf. Never cried for a hand, I just bet on myself. I never needed help, I just needed a lane. Put pain in my palm, turned it all into flame. Got the work in the bag, got the blade on the shelf. Never cried for a hand, I just bet on myself. Came up from the mud, no coat, no shield. Now it's 4-door foreigns with the matte black wheels. Used to duck rays, now I dodge fake deals. Still slide with the steel if the vibe ain't real. Grew up with the jackals, survived with the sharks. I was raised by the struggle, now I glow in the dark. Told my brother keep quiet, let the bank talk back. Now it's loud in the vault and the duffel bags packed. Don't talk war unless you really seen death. Seen shells ricochet, take the wind out your chest. Seen tears hit the curb where a homie took 5. Now his name on a shirt, but I keep him alive. I don't fear nothing but my past in the mirror. If the reaper wants smoke, tell him slide a little nearer. Whole click built solid, no switch, no squeal. And my loyalty's cold, I don't lie, I don't kneel. I never needed help, I just needed a lane. Put pain in my palm, turned it all into flame. Got the work in the bag, got the blade on the shelf. Never cried for a hand, I just bet on myself. I never needed help, I just needed a lane. Put pain in my palm, turned it all into flame. Got the work in the bag, got the blade on the shelf. Never cried for a hand, I just bet on myself. I move low key, but I'm heavy on the radar. Still keep a burner in the seat like it's AR. Never made peace with the ops, I just leveled. Turned every enemy lost into bezel. Still press the issue when the lines get blurred. Ain't a threat in my tone, every word gets heard. Keep a mask and a plan in case it goes south. In the chain for my dead with their names in my mouth. Now it's meetings with the suits, steaks on the grill, but I still check the blinds when I sign on the deal. Still toast to the days I was broke in the trap. Now it's marble on the floors and a safe full of stacks. I ain't never gone soft, I just sharpened the game. What I lost in the smoke, I recoped in the flame. So if they ask where I'm from, I just point to the scars. Every cut got a story, every wound raised a star. I never needed help, I just needed a lane. Put pain in my palm, turned it all into flame. Got the work in the bag, got the blade on the shelf. Never cried for a hand, I just bet on myself. All that talk don't mean nothing, I came out the fire swinging. Didn't need favors, didn't need love, just a reason. love don't mean nothing. I came out the fire swinging. Didn't need favors, didn't need love, just a reason. They built a system to break us. We built back harder. Ain't no blueprint for kings. I wrote mine in blood. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. I ain't never had luck, just a pack in a prayer. Put my soul in the grind, now they all stop and stare. Seen the devil in Dior, angels selling the white. Told my mama I'm good, but I bleed every night. I was taught to be quiet, I was raised on the rules. But the quiet ones kill and the loud die fools. Had a dream with a pistol and a map of the city. Now I walk in with bosses who was raised with no pity. Whole team built different, we don't fold, we react. We don't talk on the net, we don't post, we attack. Every step that I took had a cost and a stain. Every chain on my neck is a weight from the pain. Used to ride with the heat on a bike with no tags. Now it's courtside seats and accounts in black bags. Still strapped in the rain, still praying at dawn. But if I ever go back, I'm going back with a bomb. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. I done seen rats turn bosses off clout. Seen the realest lose breath with a gun in their mouth. So I move with precision, I don't play for applause. Only law that I follow, got no book, just cause. I don't need your validation, I was raised by the street, where a man gets judged by the blood on his feet. No fear in my chest, just plans in my dome. Cause I'm built from the struggle and I die on my own. Now I'm tailored in threads, but my soul's still raw. Got my hands on the keys, but I came from the war. Never signed to no devil, just signed to the grind. Now I own what I walk on, every inch of mine. So if they come with a smile and a handshake fake, tell them kings don't beg, we just raise the stakes. And if they ever try to press or test my tone, tell them I wrote the blueprint with a blade and a bone. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. I ain't here to fit in, I'm here to build what they fear. And I ain't taking orders, I give them. They built a system to break us. We built back harder. Ain't no blueprint for kings. I wrote mine in blood. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. I ain't never had luck, just a pack in a prayer. Put my soul in the grind, now they all stop and stare. Seen the devil in Dior, angels selling the white. Told my mama I'm good, but I bleed every night. I was taught to be quiet, I was raised on the rules. But the quiet ones kill and the loud die fools. Had a dream with a pistol and a map of the city. Now I walk in with bosses who was raised with no pity. Whole team built different, we don't fold, we react. We don't talk on the net, we don't post, we attack. Every step that I took had a cost and a stain. Every chain on my neck is a weight from the pain. Used to ride with the heat on a bike with no tags. Now it's courtside seats and accounts in black bags. Still strapped in the rain, still praying at dawn. But if I ever go back, I'm going back with a bomb. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on on my name, now I carve it in stone. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. I done seen rats turn bosses off clout, seen the realest lose breath with a gun in their mouth. So I move with precision, I don't play for applause. Only law that I follow, got no book, just cause. I don't need your validation, I was raised by the street, where a man gets judged by the blood on his feet. No fear in my chest, just plans in my dome. Cause I built from the struggle and I die on my own. Now I'm tailored in threads, but my soul's still raw. Got my hands on the keys, but I came from the war. Never signed to no devil, just signed to the grind. Now I own what I walk on, every inch of mine. So if they come with a smile and a handshake fake, tell them kings don't beg, we just raise the stakes. And if they ever try to press or test my tone, tell them I wrote the blueprint with a blade and a bone. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. Blood on the blueprint, pain in the plan. Used to sleep on the floor, now I rule where I stand. Never asked for a pass, never begged for the throne. They threw dirt on my name, now I carve it in stone. I ain't here to fit in, I'm here to build what they fear. And I ain't taking orders, I give them.
Yeah, we ride fast, no brakes on the block. I came from the dust, now I'm heading to the top. A Shireman blood, yeah, I came out raw. Raised in the streets, had to break that law. Money long like river stretch. Hit that beat with a fiery flex. Never backstab, we just attack. Talk too much, get clapped right back.
A Shireman hustle, we don't sleep at all. Straight from the gutter, now we standing tall. No fake moves, only real ones call.
We run this game, we break that wall.
High, we don't talk, we move in silence. Here money chase, we live with violence. Here hustle hard, there's no compliance. From the trenches, born defiant.
Life was cold, but my heart got colder. Told my crew, let's ride till it's over. Lost some brothers, that pain still burns, but we flipped that hurt, now the table turns. No food, we was eating struggle. Now we stack cash and we never fumble. Every day's a test in this jungle. One wrong step and you might just tumble. Came up fast like a ghost in the night. Now we pull up in black with the glow and the ice. Used to run from cops with no headlights. Now I sign deals and I name my price. We don't beg, we take what's owed. Streets in my blood, it's a heavy load. Every verse I spit's like a war zone code. Real ones feel it, fake ones fold. Move in silence, talk with heat. Step correct when you walk these streets. No love lost, just play for keeps. My city's wild, no time for peace.
A Shireman hustle, we don't sleep at all. Straight from the gutter, now we standing tall. No fake moves, only real ones call. We run this game, we break that wall. And yeah, we don't talk, we move in silence. You're a money chase, we live with violence. You're a hustle hard, there's no compliance. You're from the trenches, born defiant.
This is for the ones who never had a shot. A shaman raised me, the streets never forgot. No silver spoons, just broken locks.
We built empires out of concrete blocks. Keep it solid, keep it real, or keep quiet. Boys, still riding, still fighting, still spitting flames. Chopper style, GA 706 to the death of me. Let's go. I came up out the mud with a dream and a burner. Clock ticking loud like the scene getting firmer. I was ducking them shots, see the beam on the corner. Now I'm running up bands like the lean getting warmer. 10 toes down in the city of pressure, where the pain get cold but the clips get fresher. I was pushing that pack, I was running from Tesla. Now I'm pushing the whip that'll scare your professor. OG raised, had to eat with the wolves. Turn a zip to a pound, make a feast in the hood. I don't talk much, just a Glock and a look. With a mind full of pain and a soul that shook. Out the mud I rose, from the block where the pain don't close. Fast life,
was raised where the sirens don't sleep. Mama cried while I fought through the deep. No sleep, just heat with the devil on repeat. Trying to dodge 6 feet and the mark from the street. Came with the scars, now I spit like a Scarface. Bar for bar, like a fully auto car chase. I don't do peace, I was made for the hard days. Learn how to chop when the world through the dark shades. Bet they never seen a beast with a flow so raw. Run it back, I attack every beat I saw. No pause, just claws and the flaws I draw. From the depths I step like a GA law.
Life ain't sweet, it's a war in disguise. Trust no soul when the pain multiplies. I ride, I bleed, I strive, I rise. Still hear shots when I close my eyes.
Back in the zone with a clip in the pen. Got 100 more bars, I ain't need to pretend. I was born in the fire, now I breathe like wind. Every line like a spin from an SRT Benz. Never fold, never flinch when the game gets wild. I done seen more smoke than the war on trial. Now my name in the mouths of the fake and foul, but I still run streets like a countdown dial. Spit that flame, never miss, never tame. Got aim, got range in a past full of pain. I'm a beast in the booth with a chain on my name. EA, chopper boy bringing hell to the game. The mud I rose from the block where the pain don't close. Fast life, no brakes, just goes. Chopper style spit, too cold, too bold.
Clay in my blood, chrome on my lap, cold in my chest.
GA raised me, the chopper pays me. If you ain't ready to ride, don't talk that real. Came out the dirt with a plan and a blick. Georgia boy born in the land of the thick. Red clay boots got pain in the stitch. Every verse like a bullet and aim too quick. Run up that wrist for the meal at night. Had to duck them lights, had to grip that pipe. Ain't no love when your stomach ain't right, so I prayed to the chrome and I hope got light. Old head told me don't fold, just move, so I hit that chop with a full-blown groove. Everything I lost I recoup with tools. Now speak with a blade and I bleed with truth.
Bleed with truth, bleed with truth.
We move fast, don't stutter, don't choke. Chop got a code and the streets done spoke. Clay in my soul, chrome in the coat. GA blood, we was born in smoke. Chopping clips in the booth, words like lead. Every 16 got a body or a bed. We ain't talking if the money ain't red. We ain't friends if you ain't seen feds. Hit it with the rhythm and the militant pace. Grew up in the bottom with a mask on face. One eye open with the Glock on waist. Heart ice cold, but I still said grace. Wordplay wicked when the pain get loud. Lost 3 dogs, now I pray in the clouds. Every bar spit got away like pounds. With a mind like war and a brain unbound. Did time in a cell with a pen and a pad. Wrote bars like scars, just a hole what I had. Came back like a beast with a force so bad. GA demon, no fake, no fad.
Ain't no faking when you sleeping with regrets. Ain't no future if you moving like the rest. I don't flex, I invest in the vest. Still write verses like I'm breathing through death.
Every block got a tail, every name got a ghost. I don't rap for the clout, I just toast to the close. Lost ones in the wind, but they ride through my prose. And I bleed through the beat when the darkness grows. Click clack with the drum, it's a war zone feel. Running laps on pain just to sharpen my steel. Every rhyme I drop like a blade I peel. GA night with the code so real. Never bent, never begged, never ran from heat. Stood tall with the weight, made meals in the street. Now I flip that flow like a deal on beat. With a heart full of scars and a soul on repeat. We move fast, don't stutter, don't choke. Chop got a code and the streets done spoke. Yeah. Clay in my soul, chrome in the coat.
GA blood, we was born in smoke.
Chop it, chop it.
Clips in the booth, words like lead. Every 16 got a body or a bed. We ain't talking if the money ain't red. We ain't friends if you ain't seen feds. We ain't friends if you ain't seen feds. If you ain't seen feds.
Hit it with the rhythm and the militant pace. Grew up in the bottom with a mask on face. One eye open with the Glock on waist. Heart ice cold, but I still said grace.
Wordplay wicked when the pain get loud. Lost 3 dogs, now pray in the clouds. Every bar spit got away like pounds. With a mind like war and a brain unbound.
Hit it with the rhythm and the militant pace. Grew up in the bottom with a mask on face.
One eye open with the Glock on waist. Heart ice cold, but I still say grace. Wordplay wicked when the pain get loud. Lost 3 dogs, now pray in the clouds. Every bar split cut away like pound. We ain't friends if you ain't seen feds.
Ice cold, but I still say grace.
Wordplay wicked when the pain get loud. Lost 3 dogs, now pray in the clouds. Every bar spit, got a money in a bound. We ain't friends if you ain't seen feds. Ain't no faking when you sleeping with regrets. Ain't no future if you moving like the rest. I don't flex, I invest in the vest. Still write verses like I'm breathing through
death. Faking when you sleeping with regrets. Ain't no future if you ain't moving like the rest. I don't flex, I invest in the vest. Still write verses like I'm breathing through death. Every block got a tail, every name got a ghost. With a ghost, I don't rap for the clout, I just toast to the close. Lost word when I hand came back like a beast with a force so bad. He bad and beat with a force so bad. He got demon, no fake, no fat. Regrets. Ain't no faking when you sleeping with regrets. Ain't no future if you moving like the rest. I don't flex, I invest in the vest. Still write verses like I'm breathing through death.
Pressure bust pipes, or make diamonds. Yeah, raise me out the mud, off the porch in the war zone. Let's talk real.
From the land where the heat stay tucked in draws, where the judge throw time like a 4th and 4. Came up poor, no front, no flex, just pain in the chest and a chrome on deck. Clay in my veins, dirt roads in my thoughts. Had a dream about change, but the streets taught lost. Mama prayed for my soul, but I walked that cross. Put the grind in my name, never mind that cost. No silver spoon, just a blacked out tool. Just a pad, just a pen, just a late night rule. Write bars like bricks, stack pain like jewels in the trap. Still jump like a pit out the pool. Pressure made me, never broke, never bow. Running through the storm with the K real loud. GA soldier, born in the wild. Rap like a chop and I talk like a trial. Came from the block where the hope don't live. Stood 10 toes with the coke and the cig. Now write flames like a torch to the crib. Got a heart full of scars and a mind like a ship. Spit it like a semi when I'm on that beat. Hit 'em with a flurry, never miss one piece. Speed in my lungs, got pain in the street. Every syllable's a cut, every line bring heat. Grew up with the dealers, the life is the crooks. Where the eyes don't blink and the law don't look. Where the pastor got a vest and the fiends got shook. And the reaper in the whip with the tags all cooked. Talk slick, get clipped in a second or two. I done seen good men get ghosts for the crew. So I move like chess and I rap like proof. Every bar got an echo what the county knew.
No love, just code. No lies, just loads. EA taught me, either eat or explode. Used to sleep on floors, now I spit like war. Used to dodge them shots, now I pen folklore. Every rhyme that I drop like a locked front door. Only real ones enter, I don't fake, I roar. I got demons in the dark and they wait on the sound. So I bleed in the booth when the weight come down. No cap, no gimmick, no fake background. Just a soul made of smoke and a voice profound. EA tatted in my tone, no shame. Every line like a drive-by, close range flame. I don't write for fame, I don't move for a name. I just rap what I lived in the trap with the pain.
Pressure made me, never broke, never bowed. Running through the storm with the K real loud. GA soldier, born in the wild. Rap like a chop and I talk like a trial. Came from the block where the hope don't live. Stood 10 toes with the coke and the cig. Now I write flames like a torch to the crib. Got a heart full of scars and a mind like a ship.
This for the ones who stood on cracked concrete. Still solid, still silent, still breathing. J, born gay, built gay, bound. I came out the soil with the roots all torn. Raised in the storm where the guns get sworn. Whole block burned like the heat got born. And the code so cold it'll cut through dawn. Hustle on fumes, dreams on flat. Red clay boots with a chrome in the back. Every call from the block sound like relapse. So I rap like a threat and I move like traps. Ain't no peace in the belly of the beast. Just a plan, just a Glock, just a voice unleashed. Every scar on my skin like a badge from the feast. Where the wolves get fed and the fakes deceased. Crack concrete, we don't fold. Pressure cooking hard on cold. GA fire in my soul. Speak like war, I move like gold. We don't talk, we grind. We don't beg, we climb. bird like a shot on speed. I was deep in the pit where the rats don't sleep. Had a strap on the dash and the pack on seat. Every line that I spit like teeth on beats. Chop a tongue and the drums go beast. GE taught me how to flip that pain. From the chain to the pin to the booth untamed. So I spit with the rage of a cell block flame. And I never go slow when the beat go bang.
Pressure made, silence taught, chrome raised, help grow walked.
No disguise, no fraud, just real from the clay with a name like God. I was 10 with a loss, 12 with a play, 16 with the heat trying to dodge that raid. 17 I was gone, lost in the haze, but the game never loved me, it just paid. So I rap with a mind that done broke through chains, and I live with the pain that done soaked through veins. When I move, I don't talk, I just load, I aim, and the beat take the hit when I strike with flame. Ain't no rules in the zone, I roam, only real in the ones that don't make it home. So I spit for the street, I don't rap for a throne, I just tell what I live, now I carve in stone.
Crack concrete, we don't fall. Pressure cooking hard on cold. GA fire in my soul.
Speak like war, I move like gold. No fear, no rest, no cap, no vest. All scars, no flex. From the south with a death wish, yes.
Born in the pressure, raised by the silence, sharpened by the streets. No fairy tales here, just scars and scripture. Let's preach some clay on my Timbs, pain in the wind. I was taught by the block, not books or kin. Learned early if the car too slow, don't spin. Better duck from the heat or be chalked in the end. Came up where the sky stay gray. Mama light a candle, pray I don't stray. Pop left home, he ain't never come back. So I filled that void with a stick in a pack. No dream when you sleep with a Glock. Only one eye open, one shot, one thought. Every siren sound like a countdown clock. And my name in the breeze when the shell cases drop. Zone 6 scripture written in war. Every verse baptized in the blood I bore. GA soldier, real to the core. Rap like thunder, pain in the roar. Fast, pop off quick, got no regrets. Chop so clean like a laser set. Life on edge and I ain't fall yet. Heart like steel with the soul on jet. Click clack, spit like a pressure valve. Talk too slow and the reaper prowl. Zone 6 deep like a wolf pack howl. And the court don't care when the case go foul. GA raised, no cap, no clone. Snap like a snare when I'm in that zone. Lyrics like rounds, aim then gone. Each bar bite like a dog off home. Fast lane living with a trap mind speed. I don't talk dreams, I just load and bleed. Concrete scripture when I write and lead. And the pen got pain that the world don't read. You ever lose 10 homies before you're 21? You ever load metal and whisper run? You ever sit still while the devil hums? GA, life ain't for everyone. Used to cry when the lights got cut. Now I ride with a piece in the tuck. Used to starve when the rent back dug. Now I spit like a king, never needed they luck. Zone 6 taught me don't blink, don't beg. Either bite with the teeth or drown in the leg. Had my cousin on lock, got my dog on meds. And the system just smile when we hang by threads. But I made it still breathing, still locked in. Still speed with a verse, still dodge that pen. Still pray, still slide, still ride for kids. Still rap like it's life, that's how I win. In scripture, inked in scars. Each bar break like prison bars. Southside thunder, real go hard. Run my name, that's war, not art. Bleed in the beat, but I never go flat. Fast with the pain, but the soul intact. GA blood, I don't fold, I act. Right like a trap, and I move like that. Zone 6, carved in my chest. GA till the casket rest. If you felt it, you know it. If you lived it, you show it.
Ain't no luck out here. We build empires from pain. Brick by brick, scar by scar. This Georgia grind, it's earned, not given.
Straight out that red clay, no silver plate. Mama had 5 jobs just to fill that crate. Pop had a 38 tucked in his fate. In the church down the street turned love to hate. Back when the
dime at the week might change. Then I plug talk codes when he check that range. And I flip that pain like a coin in rain. And I walk through the fire just to stain my name. Zone 3 burn 'em, soul got rust. Still stand tall, even when got crushed. Everything I am came out of that dust. And the flow so sharp, turn the track to mush. Brick by brick, I stack that pain. Out the mud, now I ride in flame. Heart like a drum, beat through rain. Zone life made, I don't need no chain.
Click, click, clap when I talk that truth. GA born, I don't bend, I proof. Bars like rounds in a stolen booth. And I rap like I'm praying with a missing tooth. I'm from the bottom where the roots bleed pride. Talk too slick, you get caught outside. Whole hood lit like a match on dry. And the pastor on lean just to sleep at night. I don't do calm, I don't play slow. I came from the house with a padlock door. Every verse I spit like a body get low. Every breath I take like a war I owe. Song for a soldier, mind like shrapnel. Verse so hard, make the trap unravel. Flow go wild like a pit off the handle. I spit like a stick with a flame on the barrel.
Brick by brick, I built from loss. Scar by scar, I paid that cost. GA crime, but the world don't pause. So I write with blood and I preach like law.
I was 13 when I saw my first raid. 15 when I lost my first fade. By 16 I was deep in a blade. Talking life to the mic in a 3-room cage. Now I'm grown with a pen that don't lie. Write bars like a judge when he send you to fry. Still zone tied, still chrome ride. Still got pain when I blink my eye. Rap like a ghost in the wind with a goal. Spit real fire when the world feel cold. No fake chains, no sold out soldiers. GA blood in a verse I mold. Brick by brick, zone by zone. Came from nothing with a war built tone. GA thunder, all I know. Still rap pain to the casket close.
Like shells when I spit that cage. Blood on the beat, soul on stage. Chopper in the rhythm like a war parade. This ain't just rap, it's resurrection. One brick at a time. Zone made to meet.
With a devil play chess where a young boy's dream get laid to rest. Where the dope boys preach like a Sunday vest. And the cold don't cut, it compress your chest. Zone in the blood, dirt in the lungs. Mama still pray with a loaded tongue. Pop ran out but the street got sun. So I learned how to shoot before I learned to run. No peace where the trees hide heat. We don't dance, just slide and creep. Every corner got chalk and beef. So I rap like a blade, no time for weak. Fast, made in mud, built on pain. Ride on fire, broke that chain. GA roar, I spit propane. Track go boom when I lace that flame. 10 toes deep, never fold, never freeze. When the beat go black, I reload with speed. Southside born with a code to bleed, and the mic get torched every time I feed. I don't do so the beat gon' tick. Rap like a clip with the rhythm so sick. GA heat with his own 6 grit. Words so sharp make the tempo split. All of my verses like war reports. All of my pain in distorted chords. Taught by the block, not school of courts. And the price of truth, never less than wars. Whipping syllables like wheels on cracks. Talk too quick, I collapse these tracks. Flow like a whip when the rear wheel snap, and I bang with the tongue like a semi-pack. I ain't from peace, I'm from grind. From the red dirt where the hurt don't shine. Where your closest ones might cross that line, and your best day feel like borrowed time. I done lost too much to speak too calm, so I pour that rage in a verse like Psalms. Ink bleed truth and the drums go bomb, and I still hear screams when the night feel long. I remember them nights with a pack and a prey. Hollow tips talk when the court delay. Used to dream of a meal on a Good Friday. Now I feast off bars that I carve from clay. Zone life, no rules, no peace. Just scars and stacks and beats with teeth. Every line I write, I release that beast. And I move like a king in the belly of the east. Fast, made in mud, D-like soul, steel in chest, mind on goal. Rap like war, I don't do control. Every flow I drop turn broke to gold. Breathe on the beat like a wolf on meat. Every word tight like a locked up street. From the 4 to the 6 to the 9 I eat. And the booth gets smoked when I bring that heat. We ain't chosen, we were forged. In silence, born, silence sworn, let's ride. Raised in the red, no gold in my teeth, just blood in the dirt and the wolves underneath. Zone 3 steps where we speak in beats, and the only way out is a bag or a priest. No silver spoon, had to cook with pain, turn my story to flame, now spit propane. Every scar that I got is a line I claim, and the mic get lit when I bleed that name. GA pride, but the soul got voids, where a young boy learned from the cracking noise. Now move like a ghost, no bluff, no toys, and the pen got bite like the clip deployed. Bitch like Claiborne, cold built from stress. I don't run, I apply that press. Southside grit with a zone lock chest, and the bars go live like a round through vest. Chop that beat, no breaks, just beast. Zone born fire when I break that leash. Every breath like a G at feast, and I eat with the verse like I never had peace. Yeah, tongue like a trigger when the storm go boom. Speed like a shadow in a blood red room. Rap like a war when I step to a tune, and the flame get thick when the bass goes zoom. GA coded, clay and spine. Words go chop like I'm pressing time. Never had luck, had to stretch that line. Now I rhyme like I'm sitting on a landmine. Chopper in the lung when I speak that script. Syllables blast when I bend that clip. Ain't no gimmick, I grip then rip, and the floor gets scorched every time I spit. We ain't from safety, we from survival. Every bar is a bullet, every beat is a rival. If you know, you know, you know. If you don't ask. Look, I remember them nights with a lock on the fridge. Had dreams on the couch, not a crib. Had to pray with the steel on the bridge, and I still hear the cries when I flip that lid. Now I talk with a storm in breath. GA fire in a voice that's death. Every track I bless is a threat, and my words make kings regret that step. Rap like I'm running from a fate I know. Chop like a blade with a southern flow. Zone on my back like a tag that glow. When I spit that truth to the speakers blow. Clay have been cold, real from roots. God ain't grind, no lie, no suits. Raised by the dark, shaped by boots. Every verse I drop like truth and loot. Spin that block with a word so deep. Fire in the booth when the beat goes steep. No peace here, just bars that leap in a Claiborne soul that never sleep. We from where the dirt don't wash off, where silence raised us and rhythm freed us. Claiborne forever.
We bleed in tones, clay on our boots, built from bones. Ain't no peace, just plots and chrome. GA storm, I was born in zone. I was raised in the red, where the silence deep, where the kids don't dream, they survive and sleep, where the trap got heat and the laws don't speak, and the code of the street make the strong turn weak. Granny lit a flame in a prayer with ash. Uncle had the 9 in the cutlass dash. Mama wore pain like a Gucci sash, and I learned that talk with the block and cash. Real ones fold when the pressure miss, fake ones talk when the metal kiss. Me, I ride like the storm on twist, with a GA mouth and a death wish list. Double zone born, soul torn, raised by code. Chop that beat like a chop unload. Talk that truth in the fast eye mode. GA blood when the beat explode. Southside snap with the wordplay bang. Speed like a hawk when the verse go fang. Never had peace, just a zone born slang, and I move like war when I spit that flame. Spit like a chop from the porch of the south, where the dogs don't bark, they aim with mouth. Zone where the heat come quick, no drought, and the real ones die when the snitch come out. Ride with a pack full of scars and schemes. Mike got steam when I drop these dreams. Chop so mean with a verse so clean that the track gon' beg for a breath between. Snap like a hammer on a zone born beat. Clip full of bars, no skip, no cheat. GA soul in the voice on repeat, and I rap like a prayer in a bloodstained street. We don't just rhyme, we report. This Georgia clay, it don't forgive, so I spit it raw every time. They said I end up broke or booked, either flatline clean or a page in a look. But I flipped that hurt, gave pain a hook. Now I rhyme like a knife in a preacher's book. I lost more than I speak out loud. Names in my head can't say in crowds, so I write like the grave trying to talk through sound. And I spit with a ghost that can't back down. Zone got
got rage, I inherit that chain. Voice like fire when I burn that pain. Line by line, I carve that name. And I don't do fame, just bars and flame. Zone born, never bend, never cry. Talk like truth when the beat go high. G.A. breathe in a world gone lie. And I die for the words I supply on fly. Move with a pack like a wolf in smoke. Chop on the beat like the verse provoke. Line so quick, leave the world to choke. And I talk like war when the booth get broke.
I came from the bottom with nothing but weight. Clay on my Timbs, rage in my plate. Pop's gone ghost, mama said wait. So I ran through them blocks with the gas and hate. Zone 6 spirit, full grind. Keep 100-round bar for a weak ass line. Make my bread with the sticks in time. Now I preach that flame in a chopper rhyme. Born in the field with the red-eye soul. Voice got smoke in a mouth full of coal. Chop with the wind when the beat go cold. And I rhyme like death when the booth unfold. Trap baptized, fire in lungs. Chop that beat with a 40 tongue. Got zone when the bassline run. And I speak with heat like 100 drums. Roll with a flame that the clay can't cool. Talk like truth when I bend that rule. Never been fake, never played no fool. And my bars go bite like a pit on duel.
Zone blessed soldier, ain't no rest. Every breath I spit got a vest to test. Every bar I write like a war protest. And I rhyme like time when it won't digest. Double up pain, let the cadence pop. Bars hit quick like a 12-gauge chop. Line go ghost, then it come back hot. And I move like dirt when the deal get locked. GE flow with a trap-born echo. Speed like rounds from a stick in the ghetto. Verse so sharp, cut deep like a stiletto. And the beat get choked by the voice of the ghetto.
We don't cry when the block goes silent. We reload.
We don't pray for peace. We make peace pay rent. This the anthem for the ones they forgot. Still breathing, still chopping, still Gia. I seen real ones fall in the system's grip. Whole block froze when the sirens dip. Now I speak with a fire from a silenced lip. And my verse hit hard like a backseat clip. Look, every word that I drop got soul. Every rhyme that I spit got told. Ain't no lie when I write that scroll. And the truth come loud when the beat get cold. Flip that verse like a brick in drought. Chop that tone till the face run out. Bar so fast, make the snitch reroute. And the mic go bang when I air this out. Trap baptized, voice like steel. Zone born breath with a GA feel. Speed so wild, make the world sit still. And I rap like fate on a 4-door wheel. South gon' speak when the flame go live. Bar like a blade when I step and drive. Verse go snap, make the real ones rise. And I die for the truth in my baptized rhymes.
Clay don't clean off. Pain don't pause. This the gospel, straight from the Georgia laws.
Clay don't clean off.
Pain don't pause. This the gospel, straight from the Georgia laws.
Clay don't clean off.
Pain don't pause. This the gospel, straight from the Georgia laws.
Clay don't clean off. Pain don't pause.
Time don't stop for the streets. We grind in shadows, speaking codes. This the grind code.
Raised where the sun don't shine through the smoke, where dreams get sold for a dime and a joke. Mama cried tears, but the block stayed cold. So I learned early how to hustle and hold. Steel in my hand,
sharper than blades. Every move calculated, no room for mistakes. Trust is a luxury, loyalty fades in the game where the devil's deal is made. G, born with a heart full of grit. Running these streets, I refuse to quit. Fast with the flow, every line legit. And I spit like a soldier, loaded with wit. Grind cold, fast roll life in a trap. Clip full of truth, never looking back. Cold nights, cold hearts, all facts. And I spit with the force of a full metal jack. Step to the rhythm, bullets and rhyme. Words like grenades, time to prime. E-script in the deadly design. Grind cold forever, this life is mine. Slide through the block with a ghost in my step. Mind on the money, no time to regret. Heed on my hips, safety off, no sweat. One shot, one kill, place your bet. Pain in my chest, but the hustle don't stop. From the dirt to the top, I'm ready to pop. Every loss a lesson, every win a drop. And I ride through the storm till the beat goes plop. King bred, cold blood, no disguise. Eyes on the prize, no room for lies. This life is a war, no compromise. And I spit with the fury of 1,000 cries.
Just words, this is survival. This is the grind. The word code. Grind cold, fast road life in a trap. Clip full of truth, never looking back. Cold nights, cold hearts, all facts. And I spit with the force of a full metal jack. Step to the rhythm, bullets and rhyme. Words like grenades, time to prime. Stripped in the deadly design. Grind cold forever, this life is mine. No trust for the snakes, no love for the fake. I move like a shadow on the streets awake. Every bar weapon, every rhyme's a stake. I rise from the ashes, no chance to break. It's the grind code, etched deep in my soul. Where the weak get broken and the strong take control. I spit for the fallen, the lost and the bold. And I carry the torch till the story's told. Never fold. Always cold.